Hey everyone, it's your standard cuber, and today I'm going to be giving my first impressions on a bunch of new puzzles. Before this video starts, I want to apologize for not uploading 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's been too long. But now I'm back and regular uploads will commence. Anyways, let's get started. So the first cube I have here is this little mini Rubik's brand 3x3. You can see the stickers are actually pretty badly placed, and you can see it doesn't really turn the best, but psych! It's lip balm. So as you can tell, that was just a little joke. This is only lip balm. On to the first real cube, we have the Moyu Magnetics cube. This cube is basically what you would expect. It's basically just a Moyu magnetic pyraminx made into a cube. This cube is ultra smooth, and the magnets ensure a little click at the end of each turn. This allows me to spam TPS as opposed to something like a QiYi cube, which has a very harsh click at the end of each turn. Oh my gosh! Wait. My PB is at 226, and I just got it at 227. What? Cool. This cube is very fluent, and lockups are basically non-existent. Out of the box, this cube was way too fast, so I lubed both the hardware and the pieces with Traxxas 50K. One problem that I have with this cube is that it falls out of my hands a lot, and here's why I think that happens. Since this cube is so much better than any other cube I've tried, you try to spam TPS on it, and that in turn causes a lockup, or the cube just decides to go to space.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows?
Popping is an issue for some people, although it has never happened for me. I have personally never gotten one pop on this cube, and I don't think I ever will. On to the next cube. We have the Cubicle Premium Square 1. Basically, the Cubicle Square 1 is just a modification of the QiYi Square 1. See, Ro gets the cube, lubes and tensions it, does like an average of 5 on it to break in the lube, I don't know. Anyways, then he gives me those yummy half brights, and then does the low mod. This cube is very smooth with a hint of sandiness, and it is a pleasure to turn. Having this cube on tighter tensions does not affect the performance at all, which is a huge plus. This cube is also very fluent, and lockups are kept to a minimum, although they can happen sometimes. As for the lube, it did break in very nicely, but I don't know what he put in this. This made the cube very fast yet controllable. This is a huge plus for me because I like fast cubes, but if a cube is too fast, then it's just no. So this is very nice. As for the sticker job, he put on the shades I selected. They fit perfectly for the sticker, and it came with no air bubbles. So yeah, the stickering job was basically perfect. This is one of the best square ones I have ever tried, and I would highly recommend it. On to the next cube, we have the okay. It's the new QiYi 4x4. Alright, and to describe this puzzle very quickly for you, in the words of the wise Das Cubing.
That's okay.
Alright, on to the next cube. Wait, what? Yeah, what? Yeah, I have to review this cube so I can stretch out this video, because, you know, it gets you more views. Okay. Where do I start? The sluggish feel, the corner twisting, the shades. Oh yeah, the name! What the heck, QiYi? When a cube has 5 different names, you know you're doing something wrong. Alright, on to my next point, the sluggish feel. This cube turns like butter, don't get me wrong, but it is so slow. This cube is so slow that I can't even do an average of 5 on this cube without my hands hurting. If you do not like sluggish cubes, then definitely pass on this one. On to my next point, the corner twist.
But Zach, it's just a 4x4. What do you mean at corner?
What the heck, QiYi? Again, first your 2 most flagship 3x3s, and now this? Okay, in all seriousness, the corner twists really aren't that bad. I maybe get like 5 and an average of 100, but still! On to my next point, the shades. Now I have restickered this cube, so I'll now be showing the stock shades. Most of the shades are fine, but heck, the orange is brighter than my future. In my opinion, the stock orange ruins the whole contrast of the cube, and I cannot recognize on it. Okay, so I've been giving this cube a really hard time, but what are some of its good attributes? Well, this cube is super fluent, and algorithms are super fun to execute. And also the size is very nice. This cube is the size of a normal size 4x4, which I really like. But if the big size is a problem for you, then again, you might want to pass on this puzzle. All the layers turn at the same speed, and there is no separation between the inner layers and the outer layers when doing inner layer turns. Another thing that's really nice is that no matter how tight you make this cube, it'll basically always be loose because the springs are really weird. Again, this may be a downside for you, but I love loose cubes. So yeah, it's my main over any other 4x4, but it's definitely not perfect. Oh, crap. Alright, the next cube we have here is the Okay, I'm done. Anyways, I don't really have a lot of information on this cube, and here's why. So one day I was looking at the mechanism, and I took a look at the corners, and I said, wow, those could snap really easily, because they were like bending around when I moved them and stuff. And so I did a few solves, and guess what happened? It snapped. So, for the maybe 10 solves I've done on this cube, here's what I have retained. Unlike their 4x4, this cube is actually fast. It's not super fast, but it is a lot more bearable than their 4x4. The feeling of this cube is really smooth with a hint of sandiness, basically like all other QiYi puzzles out of the box. While the outer and second inner layers are very fast and rarely lock up, the innermost layer is just unbearable. The inner layers are very slow and they lock up and pop very frequently. The secondmost inner layers do pop too, but this is kept to a minimum. But that was basically the only bad thing that I could find about this cube. It is very fluent, it actually doesn't corner twist, and it is a pleasure to solve. Alright, on to the next cube, we have the Yuxin 7x7. And I am actually not going to talk about this puzzle because I will be giving this puzzle a separate review. But here's the end of a really slow solve. And the final cube, the behemoth, the Shangxiao 10x10. This puzzle is awesome, but there are quite a few problems with it. The turning of this cube is super crunchy, with a hint of smoothness, like all other Shangxiao puzzles. I might as well call this cube the Gans 10x10, because it is overpriced and super unstable. This cube flexes way too much, causing deformities of the layers. Also, this cube costs $119! What the heck? I mean, the price is kind of justified, but I still think this cube is super overpriced considering how old it is. The time it takes to solve this cube is just way too long, and I like big cubes. Also, this cube's massive size is just unbearable. Me having the little midget hands I have to table this thing throughout the whole solve. Not really a huge fan of this cube, but it is cool to say I have a 10x10 in my collection. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have an awesome day.